Why is Bitcoin still dumping? How low can Bitcoin go? When am I buying? What am I buying? Watch Bitcoin price hit this level. Let's talk about this in this video and find out everything else going on in the wonderful world of cryptocurrency. Smash the like button. Send this video to one friend who's just a little bit worried about the crypto markets. Let's get into it. Bitcoin's price is tanking right now. Why? For context, remember, Bitcoin spent the first 3 months of 2024 in a major rally and the last 2 months in consolidation, and now it broke below support of about $62,000. Usually breaking support like this means that we're going to go lower before we go higher again. The question is, how low can Bitcoin go? At what price will buyers be enticed to jump back in? It's important to note, although this correction feels like a lot, Bitcoin is only 23% down from its highs of March. But putting it in context, here's a list of all Bitcoin pullbacks dating from the bottom of the bear market in 2022 all the way to today. So February 2023, Bitcoin's price was in the low 20s. It fell 23%. That felt like a lot. In April and May of 2023, Bitcoin's price fell 21%. This was in the high 20s. This felt like a lot. In July and September of 2023, Bitcoin fell 22%. Bitcoin's price still ranging in the 20s. Felt like a lot. Felt like Bitcoin was never going to go up again. January 2024, now we're getting into 2024. Bitcoin's price fell down to the mid 30s. Everybody said the ETFs were a failure. In March of 2024, we saw that 18% dip. In April, May of 2024, we saw that 23% dip. And indeed, that is today's dip. So with Bitcoin being just 23% off its all-time high, why does it feel worse than it is? Well, take a look. This is the second longest run of red weekly candles in Bitcoin's history. Second to here in 2022 and tied here in 2015. Both times we were in deep bear markets. I think anybody who says Bitcoin's about to head into a bear market is way off. Because for context, Bitcoin just had the equal longest run of green monthly candles in its history. 7 consecutive green monthly candles, same as 2012, 7 consecutive green monthly candles. A red candle was inevitable. Now, interesting to note, the last time this happened, it was followed by a 6-month streak of green candles, then another 5 months of gains. So we did have that big red candle here, but look, huge rally after that, and then a huge rally after that. So what's the real reason that Bitcoin's price is down? Well, it was really a buy the rumor, sell the news event with Bitcoin's halving. Now, 2 big Bitcoin narrative catalysts are in our past, the Bitcoin halving and BlackRock's ETF. Not that those aren't largely significant for Bitcoin's future, but in the short term, these 2 narratives are in our past, and we're seeing a cool down because of it. So, how low could Bitcoin's price fall? 50K? 45K? 40K? Where am I buying? Standard Chartered Bank says that Bitcoin's price could fall to 50,000. Major global bank Standard Chartered believes that the Bitcoin price could see further downside to around $50,000 according to recent comments. Jeffrey Kendrick, head of Forex and digital assets research at Standard Chartered, told the block Bitcoin's proper price breakdown below 60,000 has now reopened a route to the 50,000/52,000 range. Kendrick cited both the Bitcoin market and broader macroeconomic factors weighing on Bitcoin's price. He highlighted 5 straight days of outflows from the US spot Bitcoin ETFs and the slow start of the new Hong Kong spot Bitcoin ETFs as the reason for the recent price drawdown. Beyond markets, Kendrick pointed to deteriorating liquidity measures in the US that have put pressure on risk assets like Bitcoin. So, because support has been broken, I am watching for the 52,000 range for Bitcoin. I think Standard Chartered makes a good point. I think this is spot on. It might not happen because ultimately there's plenty of reason to be bullish. Standard Chartered and Kendrick maintain a bullish long-term outlook. The bank recently raised its 2024 year-end Bitcoin price target to 150,000 and sees the price of Bitcoin potentially reaching $250,000 by next year, 2025. So I'm still long-term bullish. I'm still bullish for Bitcoin and crypto this cycle. I do want to give you a warning though. You know the market goes in ebbs and flows, and Benjamin Cowen says there's still a real risk of alts versus Bitcoin pairs capitulating to the range lows in the coming months. What he means by this is altcoins versus US dollar, how we usually see the charts. Well, maybe they go up, maybe they go down, but alts versus Bitcoin goes down, is what Benjamin Cowen is speculating. Nothing with investing is a sure thing, of course, but Ben says, I saw it happen last cycle just before rate cuts arrived and wish I had thought about that outcome, which is why I keep reminding you. Personally, I am into alts, trading, holding some quality ones. Altcoins are the best way to make money in crypto. And from the charts I'm looking at, the biggest altcoin season since 2017 is loading up. Take a look at this chart of the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin. This is us today. As you can see, a few months ago, we broke out and now we're retesting, just like in 2020 here, just like in 2016 here. So anyone who is bearish here obviously hasn't done their homework. Altcoins about to enter the parabolic curve if we repeat 2016 and 2020. History doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Accumulation, backtest, send it. This is what we're seeing. Months of glory ahead. But maybe this happens first. Important to note, too, that the total crypto market cap has just tested the 20-week moving average right here. Bounce here, keep the trend line. That's what we're looking for. And from a fundamental point of view, there's still a lot of reason to be bullish. BlackRock is moving ahead on its tokenized fund. Bitcoin ETF leader BlackRock leads a $47 million funding round in Securitize. BlackRock's Buildle fund, created with Securitize, has $375 million in assets under management. Securitize says about working with BlackRock, they say, for years we've been grinding and working on our tech stack, getting all our licenses and being regulatory compliant. The fact that this has led to work with the largest asset manager in the world, issuing the largest tokenized fund in history, is a super big accomplishment. The US spot Ethereum ETF is inevitable, particularly when we continue to see stuff like this. Patrick McHenry, the U.S. House Financial Service Committee chair, has accused Gary Gensler of misleading U.S. lawmakers over Ethereum. I mean, Patrick McHenry is one of several lawmakers who's trying to call Gary Gensler out on his BS. You remember this clip, Gary Gensler getting called out by Tom Emmer.
The biggest crypto failure in history is probably FTX at $9 billion. Were you the chairman of the SEC when FTX collapsed?
Yes.
And how many times did you meet with FTX prior to their collapse?
I think my public record shows 2.
You met it with FTX at least twice. And arguably, the second biggest crypto failure in history was Terra Luna. Who was the chairman of the SEC when Terra Luna collapsed, sir?
We had brought...
You were, sir, reclaiming my time. You were. Does it concern you that your approach to the digital asset industry is actually driving this industry out of the United States?
Trying to drive it to compliance, and if they're not complying with the laws...
You say the crypto market is rife with non-compliance. However, existing SEC rules make no sense for blockchain-based companies, and following them would actually kill these businesses. Your regulatory style lacks flexibility and nuance, and as a result, you've been an incompetent cop on the beat, doing nothing to protect everyday Americans.
And starting today, Coinbase rolling out support for the Lightning Network, enabling instant, low-cost Bitcoin transfers. The point is, my friends, despite this volatility, the industry is moving forward in a big way. Cryptocurrency is the future. I mean, Bitcoin and crypto did rally hard throughout 2023 and 2024, so this is par for the course. Stick with crypto. Now's the time to really dive in. Now that people aren't ecstatic, now that it's not frothy, now's the time to get serious about crypto and prepare for the next 9 to 11 months, which should be the best of the cycle. My name is Aaron at Altcoin Daily. Subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow.